I would like to introduce Ian Paler. Ian is a freshman at Olentangy High School. I had the privilege of teaching him this last semester. He's one of my all-time favorite students. Thank you so much for being here, Ian. Come on up.
I like how I was the all-time favorite student next to her son. It's great. As you may know, sex is a large topic in most high school health classes, and we learn a little about the birds and the bees throughout like middle school and through the quote-unquote talk in elementary school. But tonight I'm here to talk about the importance of having RUC come to high schools all throughout Ohio and talk to us about some stuff that we might not normally get to talk about. But before we go into that, I want to get started on my teacher who was in for the 2 weeks that RUC came to my school. Her name is Anna Smith, and I've known her family for a very long time. We're pretty good friends. I'm very good friends with both of our boys. They practically live at our house on the weekends. We go to church together. So when I found out Anna was coming out to talk about sex in my classroom, I was like, wow, this is gonna be awkward. But it actually was a really good experience, and she was very good at not making it awkward. Everyone loved having her in the class because she was always fun and enjoyed it when we asked questions. And if we answered her questions and volunteered for demonstrations, she gave us candy. And that's always a good way to get students to participate. Now we're going to ease our way into the topics she taught us. The first one was that there's basically a warning of what's to come. We talked a little bit about relationship abuse and the signs of an unhealthy relationship. She told a story about a young girl named Precious. Precious was represented by a light. Precious was in an abusive relationship, and throughout the story, her abuser was taking her light away. This story might seem pretty simple, but it taught our class a big lesson on why we should know the importance of when we are in an abusive relationship and how to get out of one. Next week she was there, the stuff every high schooler dreads, the pictures of the STDs. There was a great demonstration that made kids pass basically dirt in a cup. They'd start out with clean water, and they keep drinking it and passing it down in the cup, and it got dirty by the end. And so they did this to show us that from having sex with all these amounts of people, it doesn't always turn out good. They also taught us during that week that sex was important to save for marriage. We could have better, stronger connection with our spouses if we did too. They let us know the dangers of having sex in high school and how we think that it'll strengthen our relationship because that's what they're telling us. But they said that scientifically, when high schoolers have sex in high school, it actually weakens their relationship and makes things very uncomfortable. They also told us how we aren't really protected from getting STDs when having protected sex, and that came with some pictures of STDs that scared us straight. But through it all, we learned that even though these pictures are gross, sex isn't, and it's okay to have sex, but with your spouse. And if you save yourself, you will strengthen your relationship physically and emotionally.